I'm Lana Proctor. I teach at Deary High School. I teach grades 9 through 12. And this year I taught data science for the first time.
What else did you teach?
So I teach Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, dual credit technical math, dual credit pre-calculus, the algebra trigonometry combo, and then I added in data science.
You run out of fingers there.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about your experience with teaching data science this year and so many other things?
So, big learning curve. Probably the most important thing was be totally transparent with your students and listen really, really careful to your students. So I even talked to them about it last year before taking the summer to try to prepare for it. I used Exploring Data Science, which is the Joe Bowler U cubed.
Yeah.
U cubed. And it is all project-based. So I was excited to try that. I have always been problem-based and very, very student-centered. And I've taught all of these students for previous classes, so that really did help with my confidence in giving it a try. Project-based was a new experience because I've always done projects, but I have always, what I would say is kept like more control over the projects a little bit, and this was not that. So that was a learning experience for all of us. I would say for my students, that made them uncomfortable for a while.
Yeah.
Because they wanted tighter parameters.
Did it make you uncomfortable too?
I guess maybe, but I felt like I got over that quickly. That part, and even just learning new content, I actually felt pretty good about that because I felt like I had been hearing so much about data science. I felt it was really valuable. So feeling like it mattered and hearing and seeing other places in the world that it mattered, I really wanted them to have that kind of experience. I think it's also rewarding. Like you get to see the students invest in a way that I don't always see in my other classes. Even if a student maybe likes math, they might like it and say, yeah, I did my homework or I did my whatever, but it's kind of like I did it and it's done. And I noticed with this, that was, they don't really know when they're done. They're not really done. They always have more to think about or explore, another question to ask, another thing to look into the data about. And I thought that was kind of cool. Like hearing them outside of class even make comments about it, I could tell that it resonated probably a little bit deeper than just going like concept by concept like you may in a traditional class. So I think it's important for the community to see what you do. We started this class and probably didn't share a lot immediately, but then started realizing it was a really good way to involve the community. So they did some surveys and did bring in some community through that. And about, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they did a school board presentation. And I thought that was really a powerful thing because hearing them explain what they got from the experience, I thought was another way of bringing that
to the school board.
Wow. Yeah. So that was great.
The big concern I think that teachers have is not that data science is useful, but once they've made that conclusion, they tend to get to this point where they say, I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to try to learn new stuff. I don't want to try and stay ahead of my students on new content. And here I am talking to somebody who has more preps than I've ever had. And you did it.
Yes, we did. We did.
Do you have advice or thoughts for teachers who are thinking about jumping into data science and offering that for their students?
I think, so this is always my philosophy. It's okay for your students to see you not know. So I'm pretty open about that. And I was pretty open about that in here, that I feel like that's so authentic for them to know that I don't know either, but we can figure it out together. I feel like it's kind of fits what I try to model. So probably number one is to be okay to not know and to feel your way as you go along that process.
So you posed this thought that you thought that data science was worth it.
Yes.
Tell me more. Was it worth it?
Yes, it definitely was. And it opened my eyes more to seeing math in more ways than what I had. And I've been a math teacher for a while. So like, I felt like when people ask, where am I going to use this? I felt like I had a pretty good resource bank for that, but this was still different. Still very, very different. And I feel like it opened my eyes and ears to what I was hearing in the world around me. My daughter is in college and doing a lot of research in her college experience, and hearing what she was telling me, I thought that would have been so beneficial. And I even took my class to a research symposium so they could kind of see what that would look like and what it looked like at that level to pick a research question and really dig into the data. I feel like that was important. It made me think that everyone should take this class, not just as a math class. That was kind of my thoughts at the end, is every student should have some experience like this where it is that open.